So in this video, you're going to learn about support and resistance. All right, so think about support and resistance being the floor and the ceiling. It's where price touches and reverses from that level. All right, so here are some examples of supports and resistance. As you can see down here, we have a level of support. I'll have the level of support as in orange and the level of resistance as in blue. So price came all the way down here. It bounced 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 candles bounced from this level, and price respected this level of support and then pushed up, right? We then now reached here a level of resistance, and from this level of resistance, price basically respected again this level of resistance and pushed back to the previous level of support, which is over here. All right, so price has now hit support, resistance, and then support again. What does this mean? It means that every time price basically touches this level of support that you can see is a buying opportunity, right? So we have one more touch, well, 2 candles touched here, but we have one more opportunity for buys. You want to buy at support, right? And then after the support, price went up again to the same level of resistance on the left and started to pull back down, right? So as you can see here down, you also have a level of support again, right? If you follow the same thing. So support is a level where price holds, usually coming from a downtrend or some down movement. It will hold like a floor. So when price tries to break below this floor, you basically have you don't have a floor anymore. But what happens is, let's just use this right here as an example on the left. So this was actually a support over here, right? So price was holding up over here and moved up after that, but price broke below the support, and then after it broke below the support, it retested again over here. It retested previous support, forming a new resistance. So if price breaks below the support and then comes down again and respects this previous support, is now formed a resistance. All right, so this previous support will then be a resistance. All right, so as you can see on the bigger picture here, this is the 4-hour time frame. You have a support coming all the way from the beginning of April and respecting all the way until the beginning of May. So for 1 month, price has been respecting this level of support, right? Now we are over here, but if we end up coming down here, so price just drops all the way down to the 2300 mark, around this 2300 mark. If it gives me a confirmation, I'll be entering for buys around this area, because this area, according to past candlesticks confirmations, we have a very strong support level over here, right? So I know that when the next time price comes around this area, I'm going to look for a support. I'm not going to look for sells. Now, if price breaks below the support and starts coming down, I'll probably wait for the retest of the support, become a new resistance, and then go for sells. All right. So let's follow. Let's keep on going here. And go over all of these levels, right? So I'm gonna do all the support levels, right? Support. This is a very strong level of support over here. right? Every time price bounce from a downtrend and move up. And what they all have in common is, and this we're forming a support right now. What they all have in common is most of the time is when price is pulling, pushing down from red candles, right? Price switches from red candles and then holds support, and that's when you buy. That's when you have a big buy opportunity, right? Now let's look at some resistance levels, right? Actually, I forgot. This is also a support level over here. All right, that's good enough. And price is basically coming down. This, it came down and then moved up, right? Kept going up. Now let's do resistance, right? So let me switch the color. Resistance. This is a level of resistance. This is a past level of resistance. Over here. Now resistance is the opposite of the support, right? So what that means is resistance is when price is coming from above, from an uptrend, and we're basically holding up our ceiling and reversing from there, right? As you can see here, we're going from this point, from the 23.37 to a high of 23.80, and then it hit a level of resistance here. It rejected from this level and came all the way down to past resistance here on the left, formed a new support, and then drove price up. All right. This is a resistance. Also, it came from this level of support to this level of resistance, and that's how I do support and resistance. Now, how do I find a level of support and resistance? You just look at like a floor, right? Candles holding up a level and not going anywhere. So this would be a level of support and not a level of resistance. Now, you see a touch here, and you basically wait for an opportunity for price to come to the same area again, right? If we go down to the 1 hour time frame and I look at this, I see that price has respected this area multiple times. All right, so let's look at this here. So you have one touch of it coming here. Let's go even deeper. Let's look to the left here, and you will see that the first touch was on beginning of March, right? And then you have another touch 5 days later, and then you have another touch on the same area holding up a support, right? So every time basically price was coming to this area, price was rejecting from the support and going into a level of resistance, right? That makes it easier for you to understand that every time price, 90% of the time when price comes to this area, it will move up again, right? That means you have a buy opportunity. Now, same thing will happen the opposite way when you have a level of resistance, right? So a level of resistance means that every time prices within this area, as you can see, you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 candles around this same area is holding up a resistance. Means that price is not going anywhere and it's probably going to reverse, right? It's collecting some sell orders and price is going to reverse, right? Now, you have to understand that the previous video we talked about trend and structure, right? So this is a new high level, right? So you have a low, a high, and this is a higher low. We've formed, like higher highs over here. You have a trend line coming up here. And then now we just broke above this past high, this previous high, right? This is like a level of consolidation. We broke past this level. And then if you broke a previous high and you're in an uptrend, what you expect is to form a new high, right? So this is our new high, right? So if you haven't watched the previous video, make sure you go there and watch. And this is a new high. After the new high, you expect a new higher low, and there you go, right? So that's two confirmations for you to be entering buys, right? And let me see. Yeah, so this is it for support and resistance. So remember that support is the floor, resistance is the ceiling. And thank you for watching. Hope you liked the video. Click the like button, subscribe, and wait for part 3.